to you gorgeous mommies out there. I'm Supriya Ramchandani. I'm a blogger and a mother to a 6-year-old boy. I started recently blogging. My blog is Survival Tips for the First Time Mom, and the link is below, so I would like you to follow it. And I basically shared my experiences with basically to inspire first time moms, to inspire seasoned moms, grandmoms, so that the journey for them is a lot more comfortable. And I've shared these experiences so that you don't make the mistakes that I have made. So today's topic that I wanted to talk about was why you should not stress about your child's eating habits. Now, whether they are babies, toddlers, or adolescents, okay, or even older. So I will talk about the don'ts and the do's that you should follow, and I hope these tips are beneficial to you. The first tip is that don't chase your child. You know, if you chase your child, the more you chase your child, the less your child will eat. I mean, it's like as an adult, if somebody chases you to do something perpetually, you're not going to eat, right? Or you're not going to do that particular task. Similarly, it's with children as well. Now, children have like really tiny tummies, and you know, we as moms get stressed and we want to overload them with food, and we feel कि बच्चा बड़ा कैसे होगा, उसको, you know, he should eat properly, his tummy should be full, he'll be less cranky. But you know, kids get cranky even if you chase them too much. So it's better to maybe have like little meals throughout the day rather than giving the child one copious quantity of food in one go. My second point is that you should not compare your child with anybody else. Comparison brings about a lot of stress in you, and then that stress kind of moves on to your child as well. So, you know, there will always be children who probably eat more, have a better appetite, but you know, there are a lot of biological and genetic factors which come into play, and every child is different. One size does not fit all. So please don't compare your child with other children, because it'll just add on to your stress. Thirdly, this is the biggest mistake that I made, and I do not want you to make this mistake. All you first time moms that do not puree food. I did not know at that time, but I was under the impression, because my son's teeth came out really late. His first tooth came out when he was 10 months old. So at 6 months, you're supposed to introduce solids, and I breastfed exclusively for 6 months, and I couldn't fathom as to how he will eat this food, and he'll probably choke on it. So I would religiously puree banana and milk, khichdi, dal chawal, roti and dal, and obviously the texture is the same, the flavors not that good, and I would feed this to my son just in the hope that okay, the nutrition is going in, his tummy is full, but you don't realize that you want your child to enjoy the texture and flavor. The first 6 months is about exclusive breastfeeding. The next 1 year is also about you're getting your nutritional value with your breast milk or your formula milk. But the food that you're introducing is just helping in training the child's tummy and teaching the child how to chew and eat. So if you puree, you're actually slowing down the process. So my son actually took longer to eat, because obviously the milestone that is achieved is much later. The doctor actually, my pediatrician actually gave me a reality check, and he said if you're going to do this, you'll have to probably wait till he's 3 years old and all his teeth come out, and maybe that is when you'll be able to stop pureeing his food. So then I realized, and I stopped doing that. We would start with small coaster sized rotis, and little by little I would, you know, try and feed him. And trust me, babies' gums are very, very strong, and we underestimate them. As long as food is soft, it's better to mash the food rather than puree it and feed it to your child. The fourth point is do not stress about your child's weight. We all mothers somehow have this notion, and I come from a Punjabi family, so everything is about kitna patla ho gaya hai, kitna kamzor hai. You know, don't get into that school of thought. What is important is that your child is gaining height, Weight is not that important. You know, your child is active, he's gaining height. I was a very stressed out mom. I would calculate like, okay, my son's birth weight is this much. By the time he's 6 months, the weight should double. By the time he is a year old, it should triple. But you know, everything is not maths, and all children are different. And this is just an average which has been taken. So chill out, relax, do not stress out about your child's weight. The fifth point is, do not force feed your child. I've been guilty as well of force feeding my child many a times. And you know, you tell your child कि banana khatam karna padega, roti finish karne padegi. There are times when you yourself probably don't feel like eating as much, and their tummies are probably 1/4 the size of your tummy. So if you can judge how much you want to eat, let your give that child also that freedom to be able to decide how much he or she wants to eat. Maybe little meals throughout the day. And if you force your child, you are eventually ensuring that the child will have a negative relationship with food as your child grows up. You do not want that. The sixth point is, children learn by example. So if you want your child to eat healthy, you want your child to eat nutritious food, you need to set a good example. I mean, if you're eating junk and you expect your child to eat healthy, that's not going to work. So I like to give you a little example. The whole thing about nuts and seeds these days and how healthy they are, and they have all the omegas and how they're good for your body. I would always wonder as to how my son is going to eat this. So I just decided one day, I was sitting on my own and eating the nuts and seeds, and Veer came up to me and he said, Mama, what are you doing? What are you eating? And I did not force him or tell him, come here and eat this or that. So he was very inquisitive, and you know, kids are extremely curious and inquisitive. So he said, can I try some? So I said, sure, of course you can. So he tasted it and he liked it, and he does eat, you know, it did work out well, and he started eating melon seeds and flax seeds and pumpkin seeds. The last point, which is actually the most important point, is that you need to listen to your gut. You know, you're the mommy, you're in charge, you know what's happening. You have that gut instinct. For a mother, you have that maternal instinct. So do not get pressured by people around you. You'll get lots of inputs through relatives, family, you know, friends. I'm not saying that don't listen to them. Listen to them, process it, understand what they're trying to say, talk to your pediatrician, but make an educated decision about your child. So I like to give you a little example. So the whole school of thought in my mother's generation was that you breastfeed or formula feed for about 4 months, and then you start introducing solids. So when I had my son, the new school of thought which pediatricians recommend is that you breastfeed exclusively for 6 months, and then you extend it to a year, but you add on your meals after 6 months. So everybody started giving inputs to me as soon as my son was 3 months, that you better start feeding him solids, because you know uska पेट भरा रहेगा, वो लंबा सोएगा, अच्छा बढ़ेगा कैसे अगर खाना नहीं खिलाओगे, and not realizing that breast milk is actually giving you all the nutritional value. Food is you're basically just training the baby's tummy to accept food and textures and flavors. That is not the primary source which is supposed to fill up your tummy. So but my pediatrician, to the contrary, said that no, you need to continue breastfeeding, and you should not introduce solids till the child is 6 months. And there's a logic to that. Now, most kids are only able to hold their head up independently when they're 6 months. Now, before that, they're not able to do that because the neck muscle is not strong enough. And if you start introducing solids earlier on, there are chances of your child choking. So there's a logic to everything. Another thing which happens is that people say that, you know, introduce water. My pediatrician told me that no, you should not introduce water. Breast milk, formula milk is hydrating the child. There are also, in our Indian custom, you have giving the child a little honey in the mouth when the child is born, and it's supposed to be auspicious. But that scientifically has been proven that honey has toxins in them. So, you know, children should not be given honey till the age of 1 or maybe 2. I feel it's very important to follow your gut and you're the mommy, you're in charge, and you should do what your gut tells you. Be informed, read up, and I need you to relax, take a deep breath, and do not stress, because you're the one who's under control of your situation. I hope you liked my video, and I shall be coming up with many such videos in the future. Please follow my blog, the link is below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you all. God bless.